And I could see them just picking up, if they want to lean towards the, I don't know if they want to pick up the Mozkov here, but the carry. There is the Cho, though, from NXP, along with the Farsa. Kind of what we were expecting. We were expecting that Farsa to pop up here because, yeah, we are going to be seeing that version, right, coming out from Valentina. So now, down to the last pick, marksman choice here.
Or maybe a Harris for TNC, just because of the fact that, you know, having to face Yu Zhong, Cho, and Farsa all together kind of makes you uncomfortable to get a marksman here. Even a Melissa will not have a good time. So I think something like a Harris, which is so mobile, can pop the Purify.
I'm sitting in this chair.
Yeah, that's why you're sitting on that chair.
That's why
I'm sitting here, Wolf.
Yeah,
that's why I'm here. If I want to rewind about 10, 20 seconds, I probably said Karen.
Yeah,
you did. Not probably, you did.
Yeah, you press the left side of your screen like multiple times, and then you'll hear Naisu
Big damn analysis.
Yep, that big damn analysis is on point.
But no, I actually agree with you. I said carry because of the fact that obviously she's there to shred, shred down the Fredrin even, the Cho, the Yuzhong. But yeah, it is true. It's going to be a hell of a game because, one, carry's range sucks. It's not that great compared to other marksmen.
Yep.
Her damage might be great, but, her range is not ideal. And the fact that now you have to literally work around all these initiations being thrown at you, not to mention the big, Black Dragon form, it is going to be tough. But if you can do that, and I'm assuming, they're confident in themselves, the mechanical skill here, it should be able to work out for them, and they should be able to utilize this carry pick.
Which kind of tells us that it falls to Innocent to play so well in this game. Whereas for NEXPLAY EVOS, all they have to do is to play it according to their win condition, which is just to initiate one person, burst him down, and just make sure that you're not going to be countered. There's so much of those one-hit knockouts, one-hit combos. Yeah, that term exists, right?
Yeah, one-hit knockout,
one-hit combo.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, one-hit combo. Yeah, that's like the one-hit combo is a thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't doubt yourself, Wolf.
Yeah.
So the moment that I got here, it's like, wow,
why are you doubting yourself, man?
What is with this chair? I'm just kidding. But yeah, that is definitely what NEXPLAY should be looking at. Well, TNC, it's going to be a lot harder from the carry department. But when it comes to the other heroes, you have so much control, though.
Right.
Something that they can really propel from.
TNC, as I was saying, they need to be, for this game number 3, they need to be the ones setting the pace here. Now, do they have those tools for this? Yes, to some extent, but NXP actually did a great job at having their own tools for it, right? And that's in the hands of Brusco right now, especially when he gets level 4. So it's going to be kind of that battle between the roams, Brusco and Ben Things. Who do we lock down? Do we actually capitalize on it?
They also have a similar kind of mechanic as flickers are going to be, driven away here from the side of NXPE. It's Goyong using that flicker to get away from that situation. And TNC are now actually being aggressive enough to, go for those kinds of rotations that would benefit them. Hesu still not level 4 just yet, but the turtle is about to spawn right now.
It's the level 4 rotation as Esker will get to the XP lane. And everybody will have their ultimates up.
And Hesu will get to the extent of it as Ben Things is now going to be helping them. But a taunt is not going to help the rest of the members of TNC. They will go down. Kikong still busy with the turtle, and he will be able to take that one from Boyet. And Ding catches the panda away, unleashes the fangs, but still not able to deal the casualty. NXP with a kill, but TNC with the objective.
Okay, so they trade, right? Kill, objective. And right now, it's not going to be that big of a thing at this point because NXP that first blood also went to Ding. Now, big part is TNC. They just got to be able to allow Hesu not to lose this matchup at this point, right? Ding grabbing that first kill. We have seen in the past where Ding is specifically playing this hero. He's playing the Yuzhong. He gets early kills.
Right.
Again, he can carry games. That's something that's kind of happening. A trend for these XP laners is how commanding they can be. So as long as Hesu kind of plays safe, doesn't die, Ding doesn't get this crazy lead, TNC should be all right here.
It seems like for TNC, the call is trust in King Kong. The way that the teamfight exploded to their face. In fact, TNC were really getting pummeled by NEXPLAY EVOS just when it comes to like the value of the spells that they're doing. And it was interesting that Escalera copied the Black Dragon form instead. They didn't have the damage because of that. I would assume that TNC will not need any more control from the Valentina because they already have the Arla, they already have the Kaj as well as the Akai. What they need afterwards is raw damage. So I think that when it comes to the next turtle fight, which is going to happen in 30 seconds from now, Escalera might consider like copying Doming or Goyam. Goyam is the priority for sure.
Look at that. Though Brusco DR taking a lot of damage, and the copy is not going to be with the magic damage, but with the setup as Brusco DR will be going down. Boyet and Goyong now joining the party here, but they're missing a lot of members, so they will retreat and reinitiate or rethink their strategy. They might go for Hesu next. Hesu, aware of it, he will be able to get out, but taunt is about to happen as well, but Hesu dancing away, but not going to be alive for another day as Ben Things catches the Abraser's Wrath. Escalera committing that flicker to be able to get away. Boyet and King Kong, same teleserie all over again. It's making it happen for the rest of the members of TNC and NXPE, but King Kong, just like another antagonist for NXPE, catches the turtle, but another kill goes to the side of the Neon Tigers.
King Kong keeps doing this, man. He's going to be earning that title, King of the Jungle himself, or at least be a contender for it, because so far, he's on point, right? And it's only he's just now beginning to make a name for himself, but it's definitely there. And so they grabbed this objective, not to mention Innocent is sitting on 2 kills. This is exactly what I was saying TNC needs, right? Innocent needs to have this kind of shining game for himself. He's on this carry pick. And so with him having these early kills, he's getting the items that he needs early on. He's going to be kind of a big obstacle that NXP has to deal with. So now it's Brusco's job, right? Brusco actually has to be able to find Innocent to pick him off. And that's exactly kind of why NXP is making their way bottom side. The question is, do they know that Escalera and Ben Things are here as well?
Might be the case here, as Nibiru's Passion is going to be popped off here by Doming DR. Still not making a move just yet. TNC standing their ground. NXPE unaware of it, they will retaliate or retreat.
Oh, so much time spent into the bottom lane by the supports at TNC. They had to force Innocent out of there. So still, even game for both teams when it comes to the kills. But as Nice have said, there's a lot of freebies that Innocent was able to get. Now, the conceal play will be coming from NEXPLAY EVOS. They might be head-on colliding against TNC into this bottom lane.
That's a very interesting conceal play. It was away, very much away from that bottom side wherein the rest of the 3 members of TNC are. And they were kind of doubting themselves on whether they would go to the mid lane or to the bot lane, which is why there was a little delay in terms of the movement. So now, there's a lot of moves that NXPE has made, but because there weren't any kind of objective takes to be specific, now NXPE is just holding at least 300 gold lead.
Yeah, it's funny too because they're still down there. Look, they're making a play.
They're making a play right now, which is actually going to be that kick and a kickback as well. You're talking about one-hit KOs. How about a one-hit KO with the bullets? In addition to that one, King Kong is going to be using the extra heavy spin to make it happen for himself. Federer Airstrike is also going to be committed here, and the Bracer's Wrath is going to eliminate the Panda. And Ben Things is now on to the bottom side, but it seems like Boyet, DR, and Ding has all the turtle to themselves.
Oh man, you can see NEXPLAY EVOS managed to, well, not yet secure the turtle, but they now troubleshoot what TNC was doing. You can see that King Kong in the turtle number 2 didn't have the level advantage over Boyet, so what he did was to use the heavy spin this time. They forced the heavy spin early and then they didn't hit the turtle. That meant that the turtle wasn't in retry range.
This is very dangerous for Brusco DR, cut into half of his health. Now, we're starting to see TNC become a little bit more aggressive because Escalera is starting things off with that Way the Dragon combo.
Yeah, not only that too, again, the fact that Innocent's having a way better time here. You can see him already locking in. He's got 2 of the items that he needs. He's got the Scythe, he's got the Golden Staff. Even Escalera, right, now has 2 items himself. So TNC is actually in a good position to get the momentum that they need, even though technically if you look at it here, that gold lead isn't that big for NXPE. And the fact that Innocent is where he is great. Now, Ben Things and Escalera can look for pickoffs if they want to. And that's why, for now, TNC is actually finding these objectives around the map to open it up for themselves, leading up to the point where in about a minute they're going to have to deal with this Lord fight. So they're in a great position to actually contest that one. And if they can get the Tier 1 turret in the mid lane next, that's big.
Oh, final slash there, though. Black Dragon Form making it happen as well, but Brusco DR will be the one to go down first. This time it's Boy at DR onto the backside. Actually, it's Ding and King Kong going down as well. Ding zoning everybody else off. And there's 4 heroes alive for NEXPLAY. 3 now for the side of TNC, and that momentary lead will no longer be in the hands of the Phoenix Army because the aggressiveness coming in, making the final slash as well. Boy at DR is going to stay alive. No Appraiser's Wrath needed. Just the Nibiru's Passion to take him all down.
Massive plays coming out from NEXPLAY EVOS as they did find enough kills to fend off TNC, pushing a turret in the middle, then getting another kill afterwards, putting Hesu 0 and 3. Gonna have to hand it to Ding, finding Innocent into the backlines. This means that NEXPLAY will now get the control of the map against TNC.
That's crazy, right? In the snap of a finger, now NXPE has 3K gold lead. They've pretty much evened out the turret number here. But still, TNC knows that they can actually hopefully hold them off, right, from just giving up this Lord here. They should still be in a good position. King Kong, too. It's going to come down to him if he can actually get this the Lord stolen here. So NXP, they've got to either get King Kong to use that heavy spin, get that out of here, or even just find a member to lock down. They have great tools. Brusco can do that for them. Ding has been massive up to this point. Has that Black Dragon form, has the Petrify available to him. So those are all things TNC's really got to be careful for, because even though they're setting up in this bush, they're waiting for their own moment, probably Ben Thing's going to go in with a pole, they could get collapsed on really quickly.
Yup, Brusco makes the first move, and he will go down in the process first. There goes Hesu, tries to assist and help them, but the bullets coming in from Doming DR is simply a problem that they could not address just yet. As NXPE and TNC, at least one member is down. It's a roamer for an XP laner. This is slightly becoming a little too dangerous for TNC. The longer they stay here, the longer Doming is going to have a sniper round.
Wow, look at that, TNC losing Hesu after already taking out Brusco and committing so much onto the enemy roamer. Losing their explainer is really bad, and that meant that they had to pause for this Lord dance.
Woo. Ow. That's a double whammy over there, Wolf.
Oh my god. And this means that TNC will have to back down once again. They're losing their HPs. King Kong still managed to get a hold of the Lord this time, but he is a level down compared to Boy at DR. NEXPLAY, they have the advantage for sure, but TNC will not falter. They will still try to fight this, Sona.
Yep.
Biggest thing here, too, is the fact that 2 flickers are down for TNC. If they continue on with this, even with this conceal play, they got to be careful not to get cut off in a bad position. Another conceal from NXP. They're pressing the situation.
Now this is the next play coming in from NEXPLAY, but that is actually not going to happen just yet. What will be the next play, this time for TNC, as now the Lord is actually cut off to half health. Both conceals have already been committed, but there is a wave onto the bottom side that is being pushed through by TNC. So slowly but surely, they're getting grasp and equalization in terms of what they have with the map control. 3 turrets are down. A turtle is going onto the side of TNC, but because of the extra kills that was brought about by NXPE, they are now on the lead. The Phoenix Army, though, surrounding this Lord. Ben Things tries to look for everyone. Boyet tries to reach for it as well. The sniper hits Escalera just like he always does. In the very first 3 minutes for Boyet DR. And Doming DR is going to be going down Escalera too. And Innocent is going to be caught in the crossfire on the middle. There goes Ben Things and the rest of the members. King Kong desperately using the heavy spin to be able to escape. But the Neon Tigers are out and they are looking for blood. Nibiru's Passion to make it happen. Brusco is just an inch away from that fight. Unfortunately, that sniper won't hit, but this just means one thing. The Lord is going to the side of NEXPLAY.
That was an amazing job from NXPE. The way they played around that initiation from Ben Things, really punishing that decision. And not only do they get kills out of that, they get the Lord as well. That was very extended in terms of a Lord dance. And now it's NXP, once again, in a similar fashion. 7K gold ahead. They're going to go ahead and knock down some more turrets, playing around this Lord, marching down the mid. And TNC back in this position on the defense.
You can see NEXPLAY EVOS are doing the right things, and when TNC tried to go for the cheeky play, understandably so, it was a really great snag from Ben Thinks, but everybody else collapsed as NEXPLAY EVOS punished them. Now when it comes to the defense, TNC will have not much, in fact.
Speaking of collapse, though, the inhibitor from the middle has finally been shattered by NEXPLAY. They're still trying to knock on different doors to the house of TNC. Dragon form has been committed here by Ding. King Kong onto the front lines. Dragons everywhere. My goodness. Escalera tries to go for it. Conceal. Confusion.
Oh, no.
Going into the hands of TNC. They don't know if they should attack or not.
A lot of, yeah, the word is really confusion coming out from TNC and indecisiveness. What happened was it copied the ultimate coming out from Ding once again, and a conceal play did not put anything for TNC. So far, all of the conceal plays of TNC, in fact, were effective, even under their turret. And now, Ben Thinks, however, will have to flicker at the rest of the gang. So maybe this is something they can work with, but I would stand by my opinion about what the Valentina should be copying. I don't think that it should be the Dragon form.
Right.
Feathered Airstrike still is a very important need for TNC.
Yeah, and you can see, I mean, even look at the items, right? Specifically the two gold laners. The fact that, yeah, there's a difference there in gold, but again, the way that Innocent has to play around this is he's pretty much got the flicker available to him and also the wind of nature, right?
Oh my
Whereas Domeng doesn't have to do much. This is why that Beatrix was locked in, right? Even looking at the gold here, and you can see the damage in a second too. Domeng is able to shine because, yeah, he doesn't have to be as defensive, and if he does, it's much easier for him to work around, right? Now, the biggest initiator from TNC is obviously, like Wolf said, when you have that copied version of the Black Dragon form, it might not work as well as copying that Feathered Airstrike from Goyong, right? Because the value of it is, again, when you see that Black Dragon form, you just disengage.
Oh, this is scary, though.
So that's kind of what we're seeing here. And also, this is where that carry aspect comes into play. Yeah. The range, the fact that you really, you have a couple defensives at your will here, but still the way that NXP is playing around that is quite punishing. So that's why, again, Ben Things is probably one of the biggest components here to find the lockdown, and that's why we see these forced conceal plays coming out.
Oh, they're actually going to go for it, but again, they just miss on all but one hero here. NEXPLAY EVOS completely aware that almost all of the members of TNC are now on through that river bush. So instead, they will go for this Lord Dance once again.
This time, though, TNC will have equal levels between the junglers. However, no immortality up for King Kong. The rest of TNC will not have the conceal as well. Where in fact, NEXPLAY EVOS, they are now prepping up. They are actually in a very advanced position around the right side bush in the middle, which means that they can contest. Look at the taunt.
Ben Things, though. And Ben Things has been compromised here in terms of his area of effect. And King Kong is the only one that is going to be left here. The Lord resets once again. It's the calm before the storm, Naisu.
So we're back at this position, right, with the Lord Dance here between these two teams. They really love to drag these out because even given this lead that NXPE has, there's still some form of respect, right? They know TNC could pull a go.
They're actually going to go for it right now. Nibiru's passion by Doming DR is still at the back lines, but the kick coming in from Escalera, he will be the one to go out, but Ding DR's Dragon is just about to commence. Fortunately for them, almost all of the damage dealers coming in from the side of TNC are now slow into his health. All but Escalera will be back and out. And again, we're still in the same scenario. This is deja vu moment for both of the teams.
Oh, very, very close. Nobody just letting anyone to get anything free. For free, I mean. But that means that Ben Things and Innocent will not have their ultimate as well as Escalera. That's massive. As well as the flickers, right? When it comes to NXP, Ding will have his ultimate soon.
Oh, there's still some time for Escalera to join the party, but they go for King Kong first. This time, Brusco has been caught a lot of damage, but Escalera goes down as well. King Kong using the spin to be able to get away from that fight, and that is going to be the end of it all. TNC loses one magic damage dealer, and NXPE takes the lore for themselves.
Okay.
Definitely Doming playing well.
So we find ourselves back in this position, right? TNC lost a member. It was an initiation from NXPE, but like I said, even given this lead here at this point, TNC actually can hold their own in most cases, right? As the game progresses on, especially even Ben Things, if he can get a couple more items that he needs, be a little bit more tanky, be able to survive, you know, those lockdowns he's doing with the Divine Judgment here. But now, the biggest thing they have to take care of is this wave that's going to push in mid lane, stay alive. They're most likely going to lose all their inhibitor turrets, but if they can stay in the game here, they should be able to have some hope for this game.
No Renner's apathy for the Beatrix. Escalera finally copying that Feathered Airstrike to at least lock it all in. They will be able to defend this Lord given the amount of wave clear they have, as Innocent is almost at an entirely full build already. NXPE still not letting up. They have the advantage in terms of the gold. The Renner still won't be able to hit anyone just yet as Brusco DR final slash making it happen once again. Feathered Airstrike landing onto Brusco, but a fight's about to ensue and Doming is still alive. Boy at DR catching a lot of the Feathered Airstrike as well. Ben Things caught up in the process and still no one is backing down. No one is letting out. This is a bloodbath that is all blood, but no casualty is actually happening.
Oh, no commitment from, well, little commitment from both teams because both of them just understanding that there should be no mistakes at all. You see the NEXPLAY EVOS after great jumps and great punishes, they don't overextend. That's also true with TNC. Comfortable defending under their base. Gonna be trailing by 9.8k. But at 19 minutes, it might not matter as much.
Yeah, it's not going to matter so much now, but the apparent thing between both is the fact that they're disciplined enough and technically respect each other enough too that a lot of these fights happen to the point where no one falls, right? And now the case of having these immortalities available to you, having those item swaps available to you at some point is going to play a big part in some of these last team fights, right? Because now, if they decide to just wait it out for the next Lord, kind of how this game specifically has been going now that we're at the 20-minute mark, TNC can actually still win these team fights, right? Especially if they can actually shut down Brusco. He doesn't have the immortality available to him. And if they can pick him off, then at least they take out one. Even the previous fight, they were really close to getting Doming. Now, he does have that immortality, but they were very close. So that means TNC is getting closer to that threshold once again where they could turn the tide of these team fights. And it looks like that's the plan, right? Both these teams are just going to hang out until this Lord comes up. That's where we see the possibility of, does NXPE push it into this top lane? Do they look for that pressure point top side to at least get that inhibitor turret down, maybe even push in for the win here? Because now TNC, they're thinking the same thing. They've got to actually get in position for this Lord and not give it up.
What's up with these ambush plays coming out from TNC in a very, very far spot? We know for sure that they have conceal eventually. They spotted out where Doming is. Kind of prompted them to make this play and inch their way closer. No more minions out there. Could be the no conceal whatsoever.
There you
just
go.
Walking in.
Ben Things from the backside though. Innocent has been compromised in terms of the attack as well. Ding DR launches that Black Dragon form. But the main fight, the main event is the Lord. And it has been reset to at least 65% of his health. King Kong and Boy at DR. There is no longer a concealed play coming in from the Phoenix army. But they will reposition themselves in the same spot that they've been before the start of this Lord skirmish. So the Feathered Airstrike also committed here by Goyong. I don't know if it's a misclick or whatsoever. They're trying to figure things out, but now there's not a lot of, skills available for the side of NXPE, and now Hesu and King Kong will be taking a lot of damage from Ding. Final slash making it happen as well. Heavy spin is going to be onto the backside, and King Kong trying to just get it all in, but Boy at DR gets it for the side of NXPE, and Doming DR has been caught, but not for long because he still has the immortality, and it all goes down. Innocent from the backside though, he's trying to put everything onto full effect, and Innocent against everybody. Goyong DR, and Innocent has been brushed off the map. Godlike for Doming DR. It's Doming Nation in the 22nd minute of the map, and King Kong and Hesu the only one standing.
2 left alive here for TNC against a full force of NXPE. This is looking very, very grim here. It's only King Kong and Hesu. Can they extend the game?
Doing their best. Hesu has been kicked here, and it seems like it is all over. Hesu is just trying his best to buy some time in King Kong. After all the patient games, it's NXPE roaring loud and saying next play roar to TNC.
A great gamble coming out from TNC as they tried to outwit NEXPLAY EVOS and win the map. It did not work. NEXPLAY EVOS were solid.